Saturday night and a matchup worthy of prime time in our coverage of EA Sports College football. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Maryland Terrapins. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Well, guys, Coach knows this is going to be a hostile environment. This is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Terrapins headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Off-play action on first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got room on the return, and he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Back to throw, it's Chambers. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Under fire. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection.
In the red area, it's Williams. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they handed off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
And the Terrapins come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Man, what an opening quarter for this offense. They've got it again, 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Terrapins! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking for a man. It's Chambers. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Tackled there by the defense. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Tar Heels will punt this one away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Coverage team down there to down the punt, and they'll spot it just inside the 45. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
The Terrapins come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
One of the things I like about this tight end is he's a target vertically down the field. That was a post route that time, and if you want to try to cover him with a linebacker, probably not going to be fast enough. You want to cover him with a safety, probably not going to be big enough. That's the matchup nightmare this guy can be, and his quarterback well aware of it on that throw.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Going for 6. Touchdown, Maryland! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Booster!
Back to pass, it's Chambers. Bringing the heat. He can't make the catch, had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. The run inside. It's Williams.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Now the play fake. Under fire. He tries to take the top off. Intercepted deep in his own end. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Dropping back, it's Chambers. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Gonna take a shot. Snags it down the right side. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Wants to throw it again. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Ball was incomplete. I think you got to give a lot of credit to this defense up front. That pass rush, they were coming on that play. Got after the quarterback, got in his face, and did not let him feel comfortable.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Chambers. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jet. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They'll ride the hot hand. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Taken in by Smith on the right side. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the 2nd quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
He's got him. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. A big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Crane. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And that was pretty good initial defense, man. I think they understood what he was trying to do, but that 2nd play, the QB scramble, once he gets outside of the pocket, and then just the feel for the big fella to understand where to get to. They were on the same page and now set up with an awesome situation. 1st and goal for this offense.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Lowers those pads. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Terrapins! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
They made offense, defense, special teams. They are showing it all early in this football game. We're still in the 1st half. We got a 5-touchdown lead. Everything going right except for us, guys, because now we're going to have to figure something to talk about, because this one isn't over, but it's close to almost at the half.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake. There he goes. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. To the house. Touchdown, North Carolina. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And he added the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Running inside, it's Howard. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. To the air, it's Crane. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And the Terrapins are flying down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. He uncorks one deep. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks into the open. Sweet spin. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they...
Touchdown, Maryland! And they take it in for 6 more points. It's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And the extra point is good. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. Thrust that arm out. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground so far, and he looks to be well on his way to a 1,500-yard season. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Dropping back, it's Chambers. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Offense set on 1st down. They'll try it over the left side. Hard running there. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And with that run, he goes over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight, they wanted to force feed him the football. They knew to win the game, they were going to have to establish the running game and be the more physical team in the trenches. You turn around and give...
Snags it and he's open. Hits him with a stiff arm. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Skips away from pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
He'll try the left side. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Obviously, great job picking up the 1st down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They'll move the wide receiver. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's the 1st score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns.
And they didn't start this 1st half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? On the run, it's Howard. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get 1 more snap off. And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the number 10 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's the Crimson Tide on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon.
Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go.
Here now, some other games you may have
continues to fight for yards. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Scanning the field, it's Crane. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Gets it out fast.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, they're after him. And it's a sack.
And you just get the feeling this defense is going to have to make more negative plays like that. You're down multiple possessions tonight. You need to come away with sacks to see if you can scrape and claw and get back in this game.
Between the uprights, it's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Man, you gotta love the safety's eyes on that play. He didn't get lost. He didn't get enamored with everything that was going on in front of him, playing pass down the field. He locked eyes on that running back, saw the screen develop, comes upfield, makes the play, makes the sound tackle.
Back to throw, it's Chambers. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Here's the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
The Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Terrapins have pushed it inside the 20. Run in the red zone, it's Howard. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more.
Lets it fly deep downfield. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Chambers. Fires to the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And love offenses that are willing to find matchups and take advantage of it. Like, use your running back in the middle of the field. You want to use a linebacker, so be it. He can beat it. This guy has really good speed, really good ball skills, and I like the way they're using him out of the backfield.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Do they have another 3rd down conversion in the bag? Already 2 for 2 on this drive. It's 3rd and 2. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, UNC! Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But I'll tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
Looking for space, it's Howard. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this 4th quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this 4th quarter.
He spins that thing down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds a man in the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
The Terrapins go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looks as if he's going to run it. Got enough space. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Maryland! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Chambers. Somehow fits it into that traffic. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
I don't really have the words to describe this eloquently. I just know that he's going the wrong way.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going long. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. A run for the quarterback. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
And I tell you what, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long. But in a big spot in the 4th quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. A handoff. Keep working on that clock. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Finding some room. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Number 34.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Terrapins line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time.